I almost said afternoon, not quite. Good morning, year two. This is your final lesson of the morning before lunch, and we are finishing with Through the Forest. We're going to start a new unit, and for the next few weeks, we're going to be focusing on poetry. But before we get into that and discuss that a bit more, you know how we start on a Tuesday for English, it is spelling. And today we're looking at the j sound when an S is used. So for example, closure, leisure, it's not lesser, it's leisure, usual, measure, a j sound, okay? So you got some words here. I mean, it's quite obvious that you just need to put an S in them. I'm less worried about you knowing to put an S in them. You've got 8 words here. See if you can write a definition for each one. Can you write a definition? You can use a dictionary if you need to, but can you write definitions for these words? Closure, leisure, usual, measure, unusual, pleasure, Asia, television. Okay, so we are going into poetry. So just like with all our other units, we have a model text, okay, that we are basing our work for the next 3 weeks off, all right? So today is all about just exploring that text. We're going to read or listen to the story. We're going to find out all about the main character of this poem, not story, poem. And then we're going to talk about some of the new words. We always start with vocabulary, the vocabulary of, in this case, the poet. All right. So this is called Run to the Hilltop by David Greygoose. It is a poem, so it's slightly different to a story. You'll see why in a moment. Okay. Run to the hilltop, race to the sea, fly across the cornfields. You can't catch me. When autumn calls, I blow the leaves. When winter creeps, I make you sneeze. Run to the hilltop, race to the sea, fly across the cornfields. You can't catch me. In summer, I chase the clouds away so you can have a sunny day. I tickle blossoms in the spring till they bloom bright and make you sing. Run to the hilltop, race to the sea. I am the wind and you can't catch me. Because there's a bit of repetition in there. A poem is kind of that sort of middle ground between a song and a story, okay? And just like when we learn the music, when something's repeated, it's called a chorus. So here you've kind of got that chorus of run to the hilltop, race to the sea, fly across the cornfields, you can't catch me. It's repeated 3 times, okay? With the last line being slightly different. Okay, it's all in the first person, but it's not, the main character isn't a person, it's told from the perspective of the wind, okay? So it's a bit different. It's not typical of stories you see, because stories have a very clear structure. You introduce them, there's some sort of problem, you resolve the problem. That's not what poems are about, okay? So they are different. Right, now this is time to pause the video. If you access Teams, again, I think I've done this correctly. If you've accessed Teams, these 5 questions should be a quiz on Teams where you can put in your answers, okay? Should be. Some of them will be multiple choice and some will ask you to write in the answers yourself. If you don't have access to Teams, absolutely fine. Pause the video, write down your answers like we always do, all right? I'm not going to go through the answers here, but you're going to send them into year2@theprimaryacademy.com like you always do. And then I can look at them that way. All right, so question 1 is, what is the poem about? We just talked about it. What's it about? Or who is it about? It's probably a better question. What does the wind force you to do in winter? What does the wind do in summer? How does it make blossoms bloom? Can you remember any of the rhymes in the poem? 5 questions. Pause the video, have a go. All right, moving on. So, like I said, we always start by looking at some of those new words that we're going to talk about. Not necessarily new, but words that we don't always use in our writing might be a bit different to what we would normally put, okay? So we have cornfields, creeps, chases, autumn, blossom, and tickle, okay? So pause the video. Which picture goes with which word? Which picture goes with which word? So let's start with this flower. And this flower is a specific kind of flower, and it's a blossom. Okay? Blossom is a type of flower. Or if you're of a certain generation, a Powerpuff Girl. One of the two, okay? But in this instance, let's focus on it being a flower. Okay, here we have cornfields. You can see there's like the little yellow stalks. It's like corn that you get, like whenever you've had sweet corn on a cob, but different kind of corn, but still cornfields. Okay, here we've got a dog that chases the postman. Chases. Over here we've got a boy that likes to tickle another boy. Over here, we have a lovely setting that is clearly set during autumn. And up here, we have a man who is walking as if he creeps along. Okay, so well done if you got those. Right, again. If you have access to Teams, this should be an assignment that you should be able to go in, type in what you want, and then I should be able to see it. If you don't have Teams, you know what to do, pause the video, do it yourself on pen and paper, and then send it into year 2 at palmeracademy.com. Okay, good luck. Again, email year 2 if something's not working on Teams, or if you need help in any way. I'll try my best to help. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.